Hey guys, Lee here, Theme Park Ohana. You'll see I'm alone. Jen is under the weather today. Stupid migraines. They get old, I'm telling you. But that means I'm out adventuring on my own. If you see behind me, I'm at a familiar location, the International Drive Premium Outlets. I'm here to see what stores are still open, what stores are closed, what stores have shut down, the status on the Character Warehouse. So follow the adventure. Now, from working here for years, I've never seen this place let the landscaping go, but the grass here is like knee-high. The shrubbery is out of control. Needs some definite trimming. So I don't know what's going on here. But even over there behind the parking lot, the grass is ridiculously high. I've never seen it look like this. Usually this place is pristine. This is kind of out of control. Maybe I'll go put in a bid, get some work here, doing some landscaping. I gotta say, there's so many feels right now coming down this hallway from working here for years. I really miss working here, and I really miss my toy store. So not a lot of people here. Very, very empty. It was very easy to get a parking spot, very close. So let's just walk around. It looks like mostly everything is open so far. But let's see what there is to find out. So the Reebok store is temporarily closed, even though they have a face mask required while shopping sign. They are not open. And many of the kiosks are closed, don't even have name badges on them, which means they are not currently being rented or used. I do see some kiosks open to my right, but like right here, the Pretzel Factory kiosk is closed. So if you wanted a pretzel today, not gonna happen. Now this is a store that I don't know if is newer since I worked here. I don't remember this store at all. But they're currently closed. Ben's Doghouse is open, and I have had many a lunch here back when I used to work at the Toys R Us right around the corner. So this is kind of what I'm looking for, is if there's any big sales going on. This is just an extra 75% off all clearance here at the children's place. But sometimes when they close down businesses, they have really good sales here. So this is definitely a new business, the Pepper Palace. Their sign is in the window. It's taped to the window. It's not even above. So this is definitely a new place I have not seen before. Looks like it just has a lot of spices, seasonings, that type of thing. And there it is, my old Toys R Us. It is now a Salvatore Ferragamo. I have no idea what that is, but it looks like high-end clothing. Bags, purses, and they are closed. Oh no, there's an employee in there. They're open. And it's kind of weird to look in there. It still has the same floors and rug as when I used to run this building. Oh, the feels. Kind of ironic that right outside the old Toys R Us there's a place called Building Blocks, a little kiosk that has toys. They're like the little mini they're like mini Legos that build different figures. And look, they even have a little Stitch micro brick. That is pretty cool. Skechers has some pretty good social distancing going on. Although they're not using it. It's not busy enough at all to be using these stickers outside. But they are open. Oh, this is so tempting. I want to go play Mario. Check out the little lights here. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see the child. Pretty cool. No, he died. So they got some makeshift signage. I guess you go in here, come out there. Look at that ugly tape. Hi, little hand sanitizer inside. Not much has changed in here, but they do have less seating inside for the social distancing. You see, look at all the extra tables they kind of have stacked up over there. They have a bunch of extra tables stacked over here as well. It is good to note that all of the restaurant establishments are open. Had many a pizza, bought many a pizza for my team here. Had lots of lunches with my supervisors from Five Guys. And our go-to breakfast place, oddly enough, even though there's a Panera Bread, is there's a Charlie's Steaks over there that makes really good breakfast sandwiches. Memories. And I lied. the subway here is not open. I don't know if it's just temporary or they have not reopened since the mall's reopened, but Subway is closed here. A nice little reminder, stay safe. Please stay 6 feet apart. The Simon Group. And there it is, the Disney store, still unopened. Although it looks like it's set up for business. There's plenty of products. It is dark. Oh, look at that. There's that Loungefly Mickey Mouse Santa Claus backpack. People go crazy for that thing. It actually looks like they made some changes in here. It looks bigger to me. It's definitely a different layout, and they actually have a ticket sales. They have 2 ticket sales registers right here. Interesting. And these fixtures, there was never fixtures here because this is usually where the line queues were. Really, really interesting. I wish they had the lights on so I could see a little better. Oh, I can see in the back there is a ton of those Mickey, Santa, Loungefly backpacks. Looking through the entire store is completely different. The fixtures are angled towards the front. It is packed full of merchandise, so I'm thinking very soon, probably when the parks open, this is going to reopen. Even though there's no signage that says that, it just says our store will be closed beginning March 18th until further notice. They still have the classic scene set in front. Now, I don't know if how well it's coming out on camera, but this glass is covered in children's fingerprints and all kinds of marks. They must really miss the parks. And this is one way to get a little bit close to Disney. But I would be careful touching this glass. It's very, very dirty. I cannot wait for this to reopen. Would you look at that, right above the fragrance outlet when there's signage. They have a little bird's nest. That's so cool. Well, this is quite interesting. There's a vending machine called a Pharma Box. I've never seen this before, and it's full of hand sanitizers and medicines. It actually has some masks, thermometers. Interesting. Who has a tougher job than this ticket guy right now, with the parks being basically closed, other than Universal in the area? Ooh, rough job. So far, it seems to be that the kiosks are the ones suffering the most from COVID, as most of the stores are open. I've only seen the Subway and one other store that's actually been closed. And look at that, the Perry Ellis store is also supporting a bird habitat. Well, I found another store that's still temporarily closed. The Calvin Klein underwear place. Now this is something I thought I would see more of, is empty locations. I do not know what was here before, but it is now currently empty. I'm only about halfway through the mall, so there could be more places empty, but generally there are 1 or 2 empty during a normal time of year anyway. So this just might be a normal thing. Now this is what I used to like to do with my store. Get those doors open, get those customers to notice that you're open and come on in. Good job, I guess. You're doing things right. Well, so not far from that last empty location is another empty location, so that makes 2. Interesting. And it doesn't look like Ellie Tahari survived. Another empty location here. Sad. The cosmetic company, they're also supporting the bird habitat, but they are also temporarily closed. So here is another empty location, and this is what they typically do when the locations empty out. They typically black out the windows so you can't even see what's going on inside, and sometimes put some of their own advertisement on it. But here's some more empty locations. It's kind of sad. They don't even have the fountains running. They're usually really beautiful. Maybe somebody is getting ready to move into this location. Oh, it's blurry. It's only focusing on the glass, but there is fixtures inside. Unless it's just stuff left over from when they closed. But they still have sale signs in the window on this side, so I'm guessing maybe they did go out of business. I'm guessing it must be because of COVID, because this fountain is also not running. It really takes away from the place because they make it really beautiful as you walk in. And as always, it's not a stop at the mall without stopping in and popping in and looking at the hats at Columbia. Wow, this place has changed a lot. They never used to have a monitor there. You know, the registers are back there. The registers used to be over in this area. Ooh, it's so crazy. And there's a hat wall. Let's go check it out. $20 for a hat. Ooh, I think it's a little more expensive here than it is at Disney Springs, because at Disney Springs I get to use my annual pass discount.
Hey, I got a question for you.
because there I get them for like 17 after my annual pass discount. So that was a little disappointing. Didn't really see any hats I liked, and as usual, the clearance rack, which is really great deals, nothing in my size that I like, so can't win them all. So 0 for 3 on the fountains. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. So Calvin Klein temporarily closed. So if you're planning on shopping here anytime soon, not gonna happen. No luggage either. Samsonite also temporarily closed. Maybe they only open on the weekends. And here's the first liquidation sale I've seen. It's at Wilson's Leather Outlet. The entire store is 10 to 30% off, and that's generally the start of a liquidation. And the prices will go down as the time goes on. But it doesn't look like they're gonna be here much longer. Again, no fountain. But this is new. I haven't seen this before. They have an open container wine tasting bar. I wonder if my friends Kim and Rudy know about this. But that's pretty cool. So you'll see behind me, the Nike store is still open. And most of the popular stores, the more mainstream stores, the big brand name stores like Skechers, Nike, you know, among others, Adidas, they're all open, minus Disney's Character Warehouse, which I'm almost positive is going to open when the parks reopen on the 11th, because that's when people are going to be in town shopping. And to be honest, the place is full, especially here at International Drive. It's full of merchandise. So, I mean, it's kind of business as usual here. Not a lot has changed. Again, really, the biggest people suffering are the kiosks. And I wonder, maybe they're only opening on the weekends, but a lot of them don't even have the nameplates. So to me, that means they're not even getting rented out right now. And most importantly, not last but certainly not least, the Crocs store is still open. That'll make Ryan and Chloe very happy. So that's going to do it for me here at the iDrive. This is the current status. Most of the places are open, so, and there's nobody here, so it's a great time to come shopping, especially if you're a local and you kind of stay away from this place because it's usually so crazy. Now is a good time to come shopping before, you know, they start opening up the parks again and then raising the capacity. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that subscribe button, hit the like, ring the notification bell so you always know when new content is headed your way. Thank you so much for watching, and now we're on to the next adventure. Bye guys.